Hello, folks. Just trying to get myself situated here. There we go. We're here for our afternoon walk with Bowie. And earlier when I slammed into that wall partition and scraped my arm and shit. Sure, it was because Bowie was running and excited and stuff, but part of the problem was that other lead. Yeah, it wasn't too short, but it wasn't long enough. Because if it would have been longer like this, I would have had more time between the wall and him. And so we still have his dapper bow on. And he's still a handsome dog, as always. Only this time we got the proper lead. Yeah, look at you. Is that yours? Is that yours? Yeah, this lead's much better. Like, I'm barely moving, and look how much running he's doing. Oh, another quick little whizzer. So, yeah, I'll always love Bowie. He didn't mean to make me fall like the other time. I think it was a week or two ago when I went forward and my sunglasses messed up the top of my nose. So this is, you get over here now. Get over here. Jesus, man. There's traffic, you know. Okay, easy. Fucking hell. Bowie, heel. Thank you. Jesus. Hi, vey. I need this dog to catch on quicker. He's still too much of a puppy, I think. Oh. Bowie, stop it. Yeah, this is getting a little too much. Gonna have to spend more time, longer walks even. I thought I was doing pretty good with the length of the walk. The trainer that I was watching said as long as they're out for at least an hour a day. I know I try to make each walk at least a half hour, and one of them is more than that. I definitely do that. Oh, shit. Yeah, so as crappy as that was, it wasn't all Bowie at all. Like, I should have had more of a pull, like a choke on the lead, you know. I should have had him closer to me. That I can think of all kinds of things I did wrong. Yes, he shouldn't have been running that fast. Yes, shouldn't have tried, you know, jumped up onto the grass right away. And but again, he is just a puppy. Just a regular motorcycle. Oh, that truck needs some muffler work. Yeah, so my stoner brain, I should have brought this lead with it before, but I was just liking how it matched the bow, and sure it wasn't this long, but it was longer than the other lead. And anyways, I thought we did okay with it for a couple days. His mama can put the blue one on if she wants. Oh, don't eat no fucking bee or anything. Sheesh. Yeah, I put some polysporin on that. Had an extra safety meeting. And anyways, I don't have no safety meeting with me for the walk this afternoon. It's just Bowie and I. And you guys, thanks for sharing your time with us. You're all rock stars and rockstarettes and gangsters and gangsterettes and roadies, lead singers, drummers, guitarists, all of it. You're all awesome. Thanks for helping out with the band, and thanks for checking out the show. And leave your DNA on that thumbs up button. Bowie would appreciate it. And before you go and hit the prescription button and the bell notification if you're new to the channel, I'd just like to remind you it is free to hit the thumbs up and or leave a comment below. And then after you've hit the prescription and the bell notification, it's also free to share with a friend. Here we got some emergency vehicles coming. We got a fire truck. And we got a red light. These idiots just go through the green light on the fire truck. Fucking dumbasses. Idiots. Good boy, Bowie. Stop it. Where's your concrete? Where is it? I mean your asphalt. What are you doing with that? Eh? Or you're sticky? You don't know what you want to do? Excuse me. I'm in nap mode. Beautiful flipping day today. It most certainly is. Get yourself some bowling shoes, folks. I'm going to be ordering some myself or getting a pair and be out there on them lanes knocking them pins over. Oh, I know all about it, buddy. Easy, Bowie. Good boy. Stop it. Shit, man. It's getting the lead all underneath me and fucked up. Jesus. Trying to get that out from underneath him. I know, eh? What do you got there? Is that Bowie's? Is it? He doesn't care if it's under his back leg. Is that yours? What are you doing with that? What's he gonna do with that, folks? Is that Bowie's? It is, isn't it? Oh my. That's a nice piece of asphalt. I see why you guard it so well. Yes, sir. So yes, as I said, not legal or financial advice, just my opinion on things and how I see stuff. So you want an almost 100% return guarantee on your investment? Why don't you try borrowing money from people with Alzheimer's? That could work out for you very well. It's worked out for me. I'm just saying you might not want to do that, but it's a good investment the way I see it. Oh, we got another emergency vehicle here. I don't know what for. No lights on, and they went the wrong way. They went down that way on Grennan, and they're supposed to be going that way on Grennan. The same direction as the fire truck. So that shows to go, yeah? Goes to show ya how well the ambulance drivers know the city. They don't know what address is what on Grennan. And as a delivery driver, or former delivery driver, actually I still make deliveries if necessary. I'm not lazy. I don't ask anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself. So I'm more than capable of delivering a t-shirt. Anywhoosk, as a delivery driver, I was always proud of myself that when I saw an address, I was like, okay, I know where that is on Woodruff. I know where that is on base. Hey, calm down, I'm talking. Oh, I know where that is on baseline or Carla. Why are you getting silly? So yeah, those ambulance drivers, see, here they come. Oh shit, we were going the wrong way on Grennan. Now they're gonna go through the light. Now they're gonna go the right direction. Idiots. It's only a human life. At least my pizza got to the door hot. Fucking. That is a sad situation. Oh, I hear a hog coming. I think I do. Oh yeah, there. Oh my God. Motherfucker. Zoom in. Fuck, that's a nice ride there. That's a nice ride. Oh yeah, there's a couple pennies in that, folks. Good boy, look at you go. Look at him, folks. Oh yes, it's all about Bowie. Yes, it is. We just saw a motorcycle, that's all Bowie. Oh, how does this zoom shoot work? There we go. There we go. Zoom out. Zoom out. I'm not well versed in this technology stuff. The young folks call my generation noodleheads. I should be further ahead in my tech knowledge. I've just always been more of a people person. It's something that I got to get used to, the idea of doing business with somebody I may never meet, because I do t-shirts. Hey, Bowie, I do t-shirts. So you never know, I could get a decent order for whatever place in the world, and as long as they pay half up front and half on delivery, I'm good with that. Now, some places are very strange. I placed an order for a bunch of pens, and I explained to the guy, like the one place I order from, they'll let me put a payment down or even no payment, and they'll just ship them out, and I can pay whatever I want as long as it's paid off by a certain date, and they ask no questions. And I'm like, okay, hey, I'm talking here. Do you mind, sir? I'm like, okay, that's a good price, and I'll take that many pens off you, but are you cool? Like, I'll throw you half now, and after you get them done, like, I'll throw whatever I can towards them before they're ready, but when they're ready, you'll just ship them out to me, and I'll finish paying it off, and, oh, yeah, no problem, sure. Give him half up front, he starts the order gets done. I'm not sure if I made a payment or not before the order was ready. I probably did. Like, added to the half that he wanted or whatever he wanted to get it started. I added more to that before the order was completed. And I'm like, okay, cool, right on. And he's like, yeah, as soon as you're done paying it, I'll send them. Okay, so you didn't get the part about what I said about the other company that will ship them right away, and how I might not have it paid off before they're ready, but I will pay it, and it'll be nice to have two suppliers of marketing materials that are willing to let me make payments on my purchases for marketing. And folks, I've spent a decent little nickel on marketing over the last few years. And it's pretty silly. I haven't really gotten much from it. I've gotten the name in people's heads. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the name Funky Tees and our company slogan, when we do business, we lose our shirt. But I've been getting crank calls and shit. Oh, I found your stolen pen because it says this pen stolen from Funky Tees on the pen. Seriously, man, come on. Are we still 8? The first time I told somebody about that, they laughed. They thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks, man. All the money I've been spending on marketing, and I get a call like that, and you think it's funny. So it's not as easy as you think running a business, folks. Just because you spend a couple of dollars on something to hand out for free, or throw in a customer's purchase package or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean all that money you spent on all that stuff is going to end up panning out right away. Maybe someday down the road, but it's an expense you got to put out to grow your company name. And I get all that. I understand that, and I don't mind it. It would be nice to get the odd call, and it's a serious phone call. Oh, we got a family reunion coming up. We're looking at about 38 to 45 guests. We need the shirts for the family reunion. Excellent. Do you have a specific design in mind, or would you like me to design it? And is it the first year family reunion, or first annual, or have you been doing this for 10 years? Is this your 11th annual family reunion? Get whatever information I need. Do the design. Get them to approve the art. Get them to throw me half up front. Throw in the order. Pay off the order to get it printed. Get it to my door. Let them know it's here. It's ready. They want me to ship it to them? Do they want to come pick it up? The remaining is due on the delivery. Just get her done, man. I've done some very large t-shirt orders, and I really enjoy doing this as a business. And I enjoy seeing people walk around the streets with one of my shirts on. It's been my dream for a while now. So, we've been in this over 20 years doing t-shirts. It's just not disappointing. It's almost feels like you're swimming upstream sometimes, You put out a good chunk of dough and a little bit comes back, but and then you got to spend more on more marketing stuff. Some of it just has the email on it. Some of it has the phone number. I like to mix it up, We got pens, air fresheners, calendars, keychains, stickers out there, The stickers are pretty cool. I kind of like the stickers because it's just the company name and company slogan, and there's no phone this number and buy a shirt, or go check this website crap out. And that's another angle of commerce I'm not fully comprehending, because I can remember when I was quite younger and public internet was a thing for everyday people to be able to get onto the web and communicate. And there was this great big push. Go buy a fucking computer for your home. You need one. Once you get a computer in your home, you can work from home. And you'll be a fucking millionaire in no time. They really pushed the internet at first. Young man, I'm talking here. Easy, young man, I'm talking. And for anybody that's been born probably past 2001 and on, because you probably weren't old enough to have internet for quite a few years after 2001, but for anyone that was born before that and knows what it was like in the beginning, internet was free 99. Nobody paid shit. You just had to have a computer in order to get on the internet. And I don't know if it was further back or around then when the dial-up shit started going to the wayside and it was more about the fiber optic and quicker communications and stuff, but who can get onto the internet for free now? I suppose there's a way, but you're going to run your business on that free internet line? Because apparently, even though I pay for internet now, if I pay more, I can have a better internet experience, you know? So it's quite a fucking scam. Nobody should have to pay for internet access, period. And secondly, if the internet was supposed to be such a wonderful fucking thing and get all of us so wealthy and make life so much simpler and easier, well, folks, I've had my funky teas on MySpace. I do have funky teas on Facebook. I got funky teas on Instagram for years now. Trust me, my t-shirts are on the internet. They're on the web. They're out there. People see them. It's not like because they saw my t-shirt on the fucking Instagram, they're calling up and ordering 20. It's a nice wide glide, I believe is what she's called, with the saddlebags on her. Probably listening to some tunes in there. It's got speakers on the Bowie will do really well. No, never mind. They don't want your asphalt. It's okay. There's a whole bunch of young women walking by. Bowie, hey, never mind. They don't want it. He's gonna show off in front of them. Look what I have. Yeah. They're Muslim ladies. And I don't do political or politics on here, and I'm not down with a lot of things that are going on in the world today, but I don't like giving my point of view and or the way I see things, because all the snowflakers and fucking, you know, Karens are, oh, wow, do you know what that really is? Oh, you believe that, do you? Oh, wow. Like, and it's difficult. You think what you want, believe what you want. Where I'm at is, like, don't hurt people and don't be a douche nozzle, and that's cool. I don't care if you want to fucking believe the lamp is your savior. Oh, speaking of which, the lamp, your savior. What was it? Call for an Uprising. Very good channel on YouTube. I don't know if he's still out there. He might be. He has a backup channel, Call for an Uprising 2, and one of those truthers, you know, putting truth out there and telling people what's what and shit. And holy cow, I couldn't believe it. The one video clip I watched on him a few years ago, objectification or something, like where you're in love with objects. You could be in love with a car or cars in general, or you could be in love with golf clubs, or I don't know, you pick the physical object. Well, I guess one numbnut was in love with chandeliers and apparently married a chandelier. You see that stuff and you just think to yourself, is this world ever lost? Like, that is a lost world. There's so many lonely men and women out there who would love to be with somebody, and someone goes and marries a chandelier. I don't know what that says about their personal relationships, but you would assume if you're married to a chandelier, you're going to be faithful. So do with that thought what you will. Not saying they're sleeping with the chandelier, but I guess if they're faithful, they ain't sleeping with anyone else either. So kind of fucked up in my opinion. Really weird shit going on out there. Yeah, if you haven't checked out that channel or heard of it before, go check it out. A Call for an Uprising. It's a good channel. It really is. Covers some interesting stuff, and the way he covers it is neat. But he's definitely exposing Satanism and all the darkness that's out there right in front of you, but you're not even really noticing it or seeing it. Like, if you go watch A Call for an Uprising, he'll clarify things for you in a way where you'll be like, oh fuck, I had no idea that that's what that company's logo was actually hiding in it. Or that's just an example of how he covers stuff and the type of knowledge you can pick up there at his channel. Go check him out. I'm mostly self-promote my own YouTube channel, but there are a handful of channels I promote. Sleeper Dude, Vice Grip Garage, a new one called Simon Fordman. That's been one of my latest new addictions because he doesn't say shit. He just does it. You just watch him take the drive shaft out and knock the U-joints out, put them back in, and then put the drive shaft back in, or whatever it is that he's doing. You just watch how he does it, and he does it well. And yeah, very talented young man there. Lots of knowledge to soak up there. One thing they can't lock you away for is knowledge. Learning and stealing knowledge. It's what you do with that knowledge you might end up in trouble for. So, you know, you're not allowed to know that there's a satanic cult sacrificing children around the corner in house 432 on blank street and never say nothing or do nothing about that to stop it. If when the information comes out that you knew about that was going on and you did nothing, you can be held liable just as much as any of the other ones. There's a piggy on the other side of that light. This guy's in one of those cars that, he's making the car go first because he wants to be behind him. Good, smart lad. He let the cop go. Smart. He knew he had the right of way, but he's like, fuck that. I'm not getting beat in front of you, piggy. Smart, because the cops are road pirates. Honestly, folks, would you rather, and this is just a hypodermic needle we're going to do here. Again, we're thick-skinned, critical thinkers. We're not Karens here. But let's do a hypodermic. Something tragic happens to somebody in your family and you're waiting for answers, and your local cops are pulling over people for speeding and taillights out, and they're not really chasing down any leads or getting you any answers to what tragedy happened in your family. Like, honestly. And yeah, sure, if nobody drove with taillights out or nobody sped or nobody drank and drive, cops wouldn't have to be out there doing that. I think the point I'm trying to make is if they put more of an effort into the more serious shit and got to the bottom of that quickly, nobody would really be so pissed about the taillight stuff. And then even to go beyond that, I remember reading in the paper, woman was at a restaurant, couple young punks or whatever, grabbed her wallet out of her purse while she was eating, went on a spending spree with her credit card. She reported it all, you know, the stolen card, blah, 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 blah. And the cops were like, yeah, they're 9 times out of 10, there's nothing we can do. We usually never end up catching them, and even if we do, they never end up in a jail cell, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that means. If it means the person who committed credit card fraud ends up on probation rather than in jail, or whatever the hell that means, meaning they don't end up in a jail cell, which that's fine. Don't fucking lock them up. It was a non-violent offense. They found a credit card or however they got a credit card and went on a spending spree. Okay, nobody physically got hurt. It was some misuse of spending. We don't necessarily need to lock a body up for that. But this lady goes above and beyond. She goes and gets footage of the young men lifting her wallet. She goes and gets footage of them spending. She ends up finding out their names. She does the investigation herself, goes to the Ottawa cop shop with all of her info, and they're like, okay, thanks. Like, they didn't do anything. Nothing. So that's what I'm trying to say. If everyday people got more from their, local law enforcement offices in regards to serious shit, and a little less hassle over, you went through a yellow or whatever excuse they're thinking of to pull you over. Oh, your muffler sounded loud. Oh, I didn't like the tint on your window. Oh, you're in a 30 kilometer an hour zone and you thought you were in a 40. You're fucked. Come on, man. There's more serious shit out there that needs to be figured out. And families waiting for answers. You shouldn't be too concerned with You know, Lou the fisherman doing 15 kilometers over the hour, or over the limit. You know, like, fuck. You're wearing a uniform that's in service to the people. Go provide some service. I don't know. I have very little to no use for them. If there was a hypothetical situation like the one that I mentioned earlier, I'd either quietly torch the place and stop it and whatever, or yeah, why not? Just, you know, pick up the phone and make that call. You're not you're not snitching to save a kid. Like, saving a kid from abuse isn't snitching. Young people are so lost in what's what, you know. Anyhow, thanks for listening to my rant. I think you get the picture. You can't just turn a blind eye to certain crimes, and the police should be focused on those crimes. And, you know, I get it. I'm not down for any of that bullshit either. The meth or the fentanyl or the whatever, you name it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all that stuff and shit, but they call it a war on drugs, but it just somehow the drugs keep coming into the country and keep getting put out there onto the streets. And you know, what kind of a war is it when you're locking up somebody who had a half gram of I don't care what it is in his pocket for 5 years, and the taxpayers are incurring that expense and blah, blah, blah. You get my point. And then there's also, that's an unfair playing field and an unfair arena, because the amount of pieces of shit, and trust me folks, I've watched a few documentaries and my jaw hits the floor sometimes. I'm like, that guy's like fucking 150 pounds more than me, fit. Look at the fucking, like, he's tatted up, man. Like, the dude looks like he'd lay across 2 openings and be a bridge for you to walk across it. Like, looks so solid. Got caught with a half ounce of weed and he's burning out the guy who's selling pounds on the block. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So, but my point is, that shouldn't be an option. When you get caught with your whatever, I don't care it is, that should be the end of the road. The authorities, or cops and shit, shouldn't be allowed to be like, well, if you tell us what, you know, Mike up the road is up to, maybe we'll go a little easier on you. Like, that shouldn't be a part of it, man. Too many fucking snitches and too many people out there getting caught up in shit that they shouldn't be involved in because of a fucking snitch. And I think the streets know what I'm talking about. Oh, that was a bee. Did you get bit? Oh, fuck. I think he got bit. Did you get bit? Oh no, he's moving his foot weird. Are you okay, buddy? Fuck. It's summertime, folks. Welcome to the summer. Well, he's walking on it normally now. He's going back for more, so if it was a bite, he's an idiot. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on him for the next 10 minutes or so at least. Make sure he doesn't swell up. If he did get bit, he could have an allergic reaction like Sophie did. I'll have to go into emergency mode, throw him in the car and get him to the vet and pay for that shot right away. I think he's gonna be okay. He probably didn't get bit. Oh, we got a lady gangster at the light. Nice little set of wheels playing her gangster music. She's a Bonnie to a Clyde out there somewhere. I almost married one of them Bonnies twice. We had a good period of time, 7 years apart. But yeah, those ladies that are smart and I don't know. Anywho, I don't want to go into the past. Yeah, gangsterette. She's not looking for no soft fella. if she's even looking for a fella. Bowie keeps giving us those handsome thumbs up looks. A lot of lady hustlers are so independent, they don't, they might have their whatever that scratches whatever itch for them, but they're not really looking for family and all that crap. They're too busy gangsteretting. I'm gonna start the gangsterettes. It's gonna become a thing. Watch. Yeah, the lady hustlers. Let's hear some word for the lady hustlers. One of the reasons I'm single is because I find it hilarious the amount of demands that a female can put on a fella. But yet, what is she bringing to the table other than that ass that you're looking at? Like, come on, man. You got to have $18 million in the bank. You got to make $10,000 a week. You got to have 5 houses and 20 cars, and you got to this and you got to that. What does she got to do? Nothing. She's just got to be there, apparently. And then if a fella was to demand that of them, oh boy. It's like feminism movement was it's lost its meaning now. Equality, no. You still want me holding the door open for you, and you don't have to hold it for me. You still want me paying the bill at the end of the date, and you don't have to pitch in or pay it ever. You still want, like, there's certain things women, and I'm not saying all women, obviously, because no two women are alike. Same with men. Yeah, I think your standards are fucking way overboard. And the percentage of the population that are falling into the category of your ideal man is so low. Even if they're single, you think just because you got a set of boobs and a butt, they're going to look at you? Like, they're probably, oh, no. A B. They're probably too busy focusing on their businesses and what they're doing to keep their life going. And they're already happy without somebody. They don't need you in their life. So for you to expect some super successful Superman to come dropping out of the sky and just be like, hi, princess or queenie, what can I do for you? And just lay the world down at your feet and treat you like your shit don't float. Good luck. And any man or men out there with that kind of money that are doing that type of crap for women, they're simping. You're weakening a woman by not allowing her to be independent and have her own money. Again, just my opinion. But as far as me and a partner goes, I've been through the ringer enough times. This is it. I want to meet the one that's going to, maybe we'll have a couple of rugrats together and we'll be together till till one of us takes our last breath. And I'll just put it out there for any of the ladies. Not that I'm looking, but I wouldn't, once I'm gone, if you end up finding another fella and falling in love a few years later or whatever, like, it's not like I'm not even here. I would, anyways. For me, if my lady passed before me, that's it. I don't think I'm going to bother trying to do anything more after that. I'll be happy with my last relationship being my last relationship. Like, I definitely want to take it super slow, and obviously, like I was saying about the demands of the women on a man, I don't care if she's got, $1 million or $1,000 or whatever. If she drives a car, takes a bus, I do care that she has motivation and goals and that she wants more for herself if she is only at that level of taking a bus or whatever. Obviously, I want her to be somebody who wants more in life, and I'm more than willing to help her get it. But I'm just not looking for freeloaders or people looking for handouts or expecting me to carry their weight. Or we have a couple kids, they're both our responsibilities. So yeah, maybe I bought them some shoes this time, but The next time they need a pair of shoes, maybe you'll grab them up. It's a shared responsibility. And I have plenty of people saying shit to me like, adopt and this and that. No. I want a female influence in my children's life. I'm not going to be a single dad that's raising adopted kids, and I'm dating women and the kids are like, who's that lady? You know, like, no, I'd want to be in a solid relationship. And the reason we're adopting is because we can't have any, or we've had two and maybe a family member is struggling and we need to adopt theirs, or something like this. Or the two kids are like, please, we want another brother or sister, and maybe she's got her hysterectomy or tubes tied, or, you know, mommy can't bring you another brother or sister, but we'll look into it. Maybe we can adoptiate a little brother or sister for you guys. But yeah, I'm half a worn out leather boot. I'm not looking to be in the club picking up the 35-year-old chicks that have slept with 80 men. And no, I'm good, thanks. Let the young bucks play with that. Well, he's having fun with this tree, debarking it. Not sure how that'll work for the tree. Good. You're having fun, Bowie? Sorry, folks, Bruno Hakalugi had to leave the building. Now, I will be floored if that's that Amazon delivery that I canceled. I'll be ecstatic. It'll be nice to get the product finally at the door and to know that I got it and it was refunded. It'd be even better. Like, oh, right on, I got the refund, but the product showed up anyways. Not that I'm looking for, like, I'm not out to scam nobody. But, yeah. The company said we issued a refund, the product might still show up. So if it does, they've already given me clearance to keep it. I don't have to send nothing back or send payment because I received it or blah, blah, blah. But I just pretty certain they probably canceled the fucking order and it's not going to get at the door. And it's looking more like it's Unilever, like Wish deliveries rather than Amazon, or sorry, the Jungle website. And that still, one of those deliveries could be from EII. It's one of the sites I order stuff off of. Yeah, it's Uni Express. It's not the Jungle website. Look at you. Are you bored yet? Hey? Something else now? On to the next thing. Should we go see your stump over there? Maybe you want to take a whack out of it? Hey? Oh, sure, bring your asphalt. Sheesh. See if they did anything to this themselves, the crew. Yeah, it looks like something happened here. There's a bit of dirt in it. Oh, we got another pea squat happened. I don't think we're getting a result this afternoon, folks. I know, Bowie. What a good boy. Think he's resulted out. Give him a nice, decent walk this afternoon. His owner won't have to take him out right away. They can, obviously, but probably won't be bugging them. His bladder will be nice and empty or filling up, so he won't need to go right away. And unless he's building a result for dinner time, I don't know. You never know what's going on inside your pup, inside your doggy. So yes, folks, if you see the need for a good person, be that good person. And I know I don't go into politics and stuff. And it's hard for me to say this because it was hard for me to say this about Leo, but I have to say this about government as well. Some of them are trying to do the right thing. They get sandbagged, or they're not at a high enough level to affect the change that we're all asking for. So all they can do is pass it up the line to your boss, which was the person you elected. And if your boss, which is the person you elected, or the people elected, doesn't want to listen to the request, no matter how many times they hear the request from their underlings, from the people wanting the state-of-the-art homeless shelter, from the people that want more for the elderly and the unfortunate and the disabled, etc., etc. No matter how many times the upper up hears it, sometimes at best, all that group of people will hear about is the $100 increase to their monthly payments that doesn't come. Or by the time it shows up, it's already $80 more a month for your rent anyway. So like you got an extra move, Bowie, move. You've got an extra $20 to play with because the other 80 had to go to the rent anyways. So yeah, it's just a whole bunch of red tape and passing the buck and dodging questions. That's what a politician does. They promise you the world and they give you some crumbs. When they come up for re-election, they promise you the world plus extra. So you either re-elect them or whatever. And they still just do the crumb shit. And they still do the fucking yapping about this amount of money or that amount of money to this place or that place. We can hear about a fucking $3 billion scandal where whatever political party stole it from the taxpayers, and within a week, a month max, it's like everyone's focusing on this now. Something else. Has nothing to do with has nothing to do with the $3 billion in misallocated taxpayer dollars. But since that was a week ago or a month ago, now we're talking about this now. Oh, they're going to ban tinted windows or any vehicles before the year 2000. Now that starts becoming the fucking focus. You notice that? This douche nozzle that everybody went out and voted. Do you believe in the system? You went and voted Carney in? Well, I guess if you got a 1995 vehicle, the guy you voted for doesn't want you driving that after tomorrow or a couple days from now. You're not allowed to have that car on the road no more, according to his administration. So how's that for government service, folks? I bet there's 1,000 or a few million liberals out there, if that many liberals went out and voted for this douche nozzle, that are kicking themselves in the ass right now. Like, I can't believe it. I went and voted for this party and this guy, and now I can't drive my car after June 1st. It's like this Russian comedian. I think I found him on TikTok. I'm new to TikTok. But I think I found him there, or it might have been in YouTube, a YouTube short. And I definitely gave him a like or whatever. But I caught a little bit of his stand-up days before. And he's like, weren't all the Canadians yelling fuck Trudeau for like 2.5, 3 years? Didn't an election just go by? And who did you elect? Oh, the Liberals. Oh. He's like, isn't that kind of like... That's kind of like shitting your pants and changing your shirt. Like, seriously, what are you voters thinking? You guys believe in this crap? You believe in this system? Shit, man. I hate to say it, but in a way, if that bullshit pulls through, where if your car's older than the year 2000, you can't have it on the road. I hate to say it, folks, but I kind of hope some of your kids are fucking screaming and yelling at you now for voting Liberal. I really do. I hope you're getting the beans over it. The what for? What the hell, Trudeau tore this country apart and you go and elect the Liberals again? What are you thinking? Who knows what's going to happen over the next few years? He's not even 6 months in, I don't think. I couldn't even imagine. All the vehicles I have are past the year 2000, so I gracefully went around that little before 1990 vehicle crap. But here's the fucking kicker. If I wanted to go buy a nice 1996 square body Chevy, if I could find one or whatever, and put it on the road, thanks to Mark and his liberal cronies, as of 2 days from now, I'm not allowed to do that. I gotta only shop for 2000 or newer. That's the only thing I'm allowed to buy as far as a used vehicle, or even to drive. So like that young man, I'm pretty sure that's a young man. It's hard to tell these days. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a young fella. And that little Honda, good little 4-cylinder, 4-banger, cheap on gas. He could drive that around the city for 2 weeks and not have to stop for gas. And who knows what he's doing in that thing. Whether it's helping his mom out and his siblings, doing groceries, getting around the city, or if he's doing deliveries to make money. Whatever it is, because that's 1999 or older, sorry fella, we're gonna have to take that from you. And we don't know if you're sitting on a magic pile of money or anything, but you're gonna have to go and buy a car that's the year 2000 or newer. Thanks for voting. Tell your parents thanks for voting for the Liberals. Tell your mom and dad thanks for supporting me. You gotta ditch your easy on gas, money making 1998 Honda. Ha ha ha. Tell your parents I said thank you very much for the vote. I am blown away. They took away the emissions test a few years back. They finally decided the world's not going to end in 10 years because of climate effect. And so they stopped making you pay for an e-test every year. Now you could build out whatever. I can run straight headers with a friggin' glass pack and, you know, a cherry bomb or whatever. And I don't need no cats. I don't got to worry about if I'm putting blank per square million parts per million carbon in the air or more. None of that's going to affect me on the vehicle I build out for maximum horsepower and fun or whatever I'm building it for. But now it's got to be 2000 and newer if I'm going to do that. Fuck. What a joke. Again, they said they promise you the world and they give you crumbs. I don't even think his administration said anything about that agenda during the election, because I could almost guarantee you if the public who's listening to the politicians and believing in this system would have heard from their mouths, once we get in, we're going to stop any vehicles from 2000 and older we're not going to allow them to be legally on the road. Believe me, the election wouldn't have turned out like it did. Fuck no. Fuck no. Again, I'm sure there's plenty of people that voted for that administration that have vehicles that are older than the year 2000. See, these politicians and these elites and these, you know, I call it racial discrimination. It's like not racial discrimination. Not so racist anymore. Financial discrimination. I find the worst racism in the world these days is financial racism. And I was sort of touching on this a little bit. Give me a second. The big diesel's getting up the hill here. I was touching on this a little bit the other day in one of my clips. And maybe you might have been picking up what I was putting down, and maybe you didn't, and you're going to still be the same douche nozzle you were yesterday, but there'll come a time for every one of us, politician or not, rich or poor, blind, sighted, it doesn't matter. And you will be asked. There'll be no one between you and the Creator, why did you not help out that lady that needed help when she asked you for it? You just won blank dollars at the casino. Your mortgage was caught up. You had food in the fridge. Your tank was full. You had no reason to not throw her a couple of dollars or even offer to rent her a room for a week or something. Like, you had the money to do something good for somebody that was in need, and you ignored that. You got to think along those terms. Sure, it's not easy being halfway decent and doing the right thing, and sometimes it can feel difficult, but it's the right thing and you need to do it. That's all there is to it. You're in your building alone, bachelor, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, doesn't matter. You're home alone. The fire alarm starts ring-a-ling-a-ding-a-linging, and you're like, oh, fuck. 8 fire alarms in the last 4 months, and it's probably just another prank. I've gone down 8 times already. I'm not going down. Fuck it. I'm sure there's no fire. Next thing you know, you're breathing in smoke, and there is a fire, that 9th fire alarm. So do you not do the right thing on the 9th fire alarm? No, you do the right thing. You get your lazy ass off of the fucking couch. You pull the Dorito out of your Dorito chute, and you get on into the staircase, and you go down to the lobby, and you check things out. You even check up that your elderly neighbors are safe even. Is Mrs. So-and-so down here? Is Mr. So-and-so down here? Were they home? If there's an active fire, that is. If it's a false alarm, there's no need to start panicking and worrying about those elderly people. But it's just how I see things, folks. Just because the fire alarm's going off and there was 3 false alarms the year before, doesn't mean I'm not getting off my ass and going to the lobby and doing the right thing to make sure building's not burning. And when you want to talk about my building specifically, some assholes lit up the carpets in the back doorway. Probably within the first 3 to 5 years we were living here. I'm guessing. I'm guessing 3 to 5 years after we moved in. Yeah, there was a fire alarm, and I got off my ass, and I went like I could smell in the staircase. I could smell shit, and I'm like, yeah, Ma, we gotta go. Like, let's get down there. You know, it might be a false alarm, but let's go. Yeah, sure enough, some assholes lit the carpets to wipe your feet on fire in between the doors at the back door. So, thank goodness it didn't spread further than it went, and it got put out. But I mean, there's just one example of when the fire alarm goes off in my building, I don't take it lightly. I don't care if it's a false alarm. I don't care if it's a prank. Some of the kids in the building, or some kids from up the block, got in the building and pulled the fire alarm at 4 PM, blah. I don't give a flying snot. If the alarm's going off, I'm going to go down the stairs, get a bit of exercise, check it out, make sure my elderly neighbor upstairs is down there if he's home, and stuff like that, you know? Like I said, you see the need for a good person, just be that good person. Don't turn that blind eye to domestic abuse or child abuse, or speak up, speak out, make a difference, make a positive change. And when it comes to the domestic dispute, you've got a few options. Option number 1, and this might be controversial, but mind your own fucking business, you know? It's not really any of your business. Option number 2, let the asshole know you're gonna fucking clean his clock if he keeps slapping her around. Option number 3, you involve the 5-0, and maybe they will do something about it. I don't know if there's an option 4. I guess option 4 could be sit back, observe from a distance. You see her constantly bringing him back or going back to the situation. That's kind of one of those mind your own business things, I think. And it's sad to say that. It really breaks my heart, because there's somebody I knew when I was younger, in my 20s and stuff. We used to party. He took his lady's life and his own life after the cops went there at 3 a.m. They decided they were okay to stay together, and they didn't take him away for the night and bring him to the drunk tank. So 2 lives were lost that night because of the police's decision to not separate the couple. So I guess I'll refer back to my earlier statement. You're not going to take a drunk guy at 3 a.m. out of the house. Sit, relax, never mind. So that Bowie, sit. He's in training. Sorry, bro. He's not even a year old yet, so like I need to explain to that guy anything. They can't even separate a drunk couple for over domestic for a night, and you know, save 2 lives possibly. Why did you put the suit on? Why did you decide to patrol the streets today? Like, why do you want that 100,000 plus a year job to do nothing or to do it incorrectly? Bowie, sit down. Sit. She doesn't want your asphalt. He thinks you want his rock. He thinks you want his asphalt. Yeah, you're not making friends that way, buddy. So yeah, I mean, you know, if they're not going to take the guy that broke the wife's nose and 3 of her ribs and slapped her around all weekend out of the home and put him in jail for long enough for her to get her shit together and move forward or something, like, then why are you even there to take the guy away for the night? Like, it's just retarded. And I'm speaking from experience, folks. Easy, Bowie. No, stop. Look what he's doing here. Shit, man. Bowie, stop it. It sounded like a bike, but I guess it's that 300. It's got a rumble in the muffler. Doesn't have the Hemi tag on it, but it might be a sleeper. Looking like a 6-cylinder, but she's a V8. Could add a V8. I don't understand why anyone buying one of those would get anything but the Hemi engine. Well, I suppose if it's not in your budget. If you can't afford a V8, then you can't get one. Oh, even better if it was a 1998 Chrysler 300, if they were out that year, you can't even buy one anymore and put it on the road as of 2 days from now, apparently. Pretty sure it's June 1st they decide to force you to take your car off the road. Are you ready, buddy? Yeah? Good boy. Let's go. Well, no, you don't bring that. You don't need it. Leave it here. Come on, we've been out long enough now. Let's go in. I know, they're going to start wondering where I am. Drop it. You don't need that. He's being very protective of his asphalt. He probably carried that over here from beside the cardboard bin at the building. Bowie, just leave it here, buddy. We don't need to bring it home, okay? It'll be here for us tomorrow. Don't you worry. There's lots of them. If you can't find that one too, we'll get you another one, okay? Another little pea squirt. Good boy. Good boy, Bowie. Easy. There's cars. I'm ready to lock you up here. Oh, easy. There's one coming on our side of the road. Easy, Bowie. Heel. Another one. That's the second most busiest I think I've seen our road. This side road's pretty quiet usually, or probably talking out my arse. I live on the other side of the building, so I don't know who turns or how often off of Richmond onto Grennan, but the other day it was quite busy. At the moment I was crossing the street, I'm like, it's usually not like this. All right, folks, thanks for sharing your time with us again. Take care of yourselves and each other. Get some bowling shoes. Bowie says he loves you. He appreciates the time you share with us. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. Bless up. Cheers.